All right, I am here at SHOT Show 2025, and we have some breaking news. And for me to do it is one thing, but I decided to go straight to the horse's mouth. We have Sam here, and he runs a little organization called Gun Owners of California, which was party to a lawsuit with GOA and a bunch of other people. Sam, what has happened today?
Well, the district court in California issued a preliminary injunction allowing non-California residents to apply for a concealed carry permit in the state of California. So you won't have to leave your protection at home. Yes, best of all worlds would be constitutional carry in the state, but the fact of the matter is there is an avenue in our difficult state of California for people to be able to carry their concealed firearms. And that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, if you don't know, California is one of the only states in the country that there's no way to get a concealed carry permit if you're from out of state, until now. Right now, they have a 90-day before it goes into effect, so we'll see what happens here. But like even Maryland, you can have a concealed carry permit if you're out of state. I have a Maryland concealed carry permit. Washington, D.C., you can have a concealed carry permit. California was one of the only states that if you're from out of state, there's no way to get a concealed carry permit. Even New York, thanks to pressure put on by GOA in New York, there's a way to get a concealed carry permit in New York if you're from out of state. But California was one of the only states that can do it. Very, very restrictive. And now a judge has smacked them down using the Bruin ruling and some other rulings that are out there. And this effort was a great effort because it was like Voltron coming together. You have a bunch of different gun rights groups coming together and working together to fight back against that. Can you talk about working with other groups?
Sure. We had a ton of partners in this effort. Almost every pro-gun organization of significance was involved in making this happen. Our primary partners were the California Rifle and Pistol Association, but you name it, everybody was on board, and we were able to convince the judge that the Bruin decision means something, and that it needs to be enforced, and that we don't leave our right to keep and bear arms for personal protection or any other reason at the border. So this is a beautiful effort by disparate organizations all coming together for one goal, and that's to create a system where CCWs are available to all Americans in the state of California.
Yeah.
So there are some difficulties, or not difficulties, details that need to be worked out, and I'm sure we will be having a very good time with the DOJ, making sure that they work out in our favor.
Remember, text, tradition, and history. The first thing is everything protected by the actual text of the Second Amendment? In this case, it was. Then this burden of proof shifts over to tradition and history, where they have to show that a law is consistent with the history and tradition of firearms regulations from the founding period, which is usually considered the ratification date of the Second Amendment, even though some people on the left try to use the ratification date of the 14th Amendment, 1868. Either way, there's no way that they could defend this law, no historical analogs, and the judge, rightfully so, issued a preliminary injunction against this. I'm not sure California is done fighting. Hopefully they are, but that is to be seen. But we'll see what happens, and this is a good victory for gun rights, and I want to thank GOA and the other groups that took, and GOC, can't forget GOC, and the other groups that took the battle to California to get this passed, and hopefully this will spread out.
It's a beautiful thing, and we need to keep fighting because we can continue to achieve these kinds of victories by working together, and we've learned a big lesson. So we're ready to team up with strategic partners in multiple lawsuits, not only here in California, but throughout the country. This is something that has never happened before, but it's happening now thanks to your support. We encourage you to pay attention to what's going on to your Second Amendment rights, and we invite you to support Gun Owners of California if you're a resident of the Golden State, and Gun Owners of America if you happen to live outside of the border. So thank you very much, and we're going to keep fighting for you.
All right, thank you, Sam.
All right.
And remember, stay ever vigilant, stay ever free, keeping the fight, and Wolverines MFers.